The phone consists of several important parts. The screen. Phone screens differ greatly among themselves, and this difference can be divided into several factors.
Type. There are many types of phone screens, and the most common ones are Super AMOLED, AMOLED, OLED, IPS LCD.
The difference between them is IPS LCD, which is used in budget phones because of its cheap price and low repair cost. It is characterized by its high accuracy and wide viewing angle, but it requires backlighting, which causes battery consumption. As for the OLED screen, it is superior to the IPS LCD, as it uses self-lighting, and this means that it provides better and brighter colors, deeper blacks, a wider viewing angle, and less battery consumption. Its price is high and the cost of repairing it is large. As for AMOLED, Super AMOLED, and Dynamic AMOLED, they are upgraded versions that represent improvements in lighting, brightness under sunlight, and eye comfort. They are used in high-end phones. Refresh rate. Refresh rate or frequency refers to the number of images that are displayed per second on the screen, which we need to watch videos and games, and it is measured in hertz, and the higher the frame rate, the smoother the movement. This does not affect the resolution of the images.
Do you actually need to? Do you feel the difference? And I'm going to tell you right now, yes, you do feel it. It is a lot smoother on, say, the 144 Hz panel as opposed to the 60 Hz. But it is a much bigger difference between the 60 and the 90 than the 120 and the 144. I must say that feeling the fluidity of moving and scrolling through the screen with a high refresh rate panel makes my life much easier, and it just feels like everything on my phone is faster.
Resolution and density. High-resolution screens feature clearer and more detailed images. Density is measured in ppi and is the number of pixels per inch. It helps reduce blur and noise in the image. The processor. The processor is one of the basic elements that affect the performance of the phone while browsing, playing, and taking pictures, and it varies according to the manufacturer. It can be compared depending on several parts as follows. Processor power is measured by: firstly, the number of cores. Each core is responsible for specific tasks, so the higher the number of cores, the greater the processor's ability to perform more tasks at the same time. Secondly, core frequency. Frequency indicates the speed of the processor in performing tasks per second. We note that the last core has a low frequency because it is responsible for simple tasks such as browsing, while the first core has the highest frequency because it is responsible for heavy and intensive tasks such as games. The higher the frequency, the higher the speed in performed tasks. An octa-core processor running at 1.8 GHz can be more powerful than a quad-core processor running at 2.5 GHz. Third, manufacturing architecture. The lower the better, which means less heat and less battery consumption. Fourthly, ANTUTU points. The ANTUTU benchmark application is used as a benchmarking tool, as it conducts a test on every part of the processor and converts the result into points. A comprehensive comparison can be found at nanoreviews.net. Camera. The quality of the images differs from one phone to another for several reasons, as follows. Firstly, resolution. Camera resolution is measured by the number of pixels. The higher the number, the greater the accuracy and detail of the image. Secondly, the size. The size of the aperture and the size of the pixels affect the amount of light entering the camera. The smaller the number, the larger the lens and pixel size, which increases the image quality in low light conditions. Third, the processor. It is responsible for processing the signals received from the camera and converting them into an image, in addition to many important tasks, so care must be taken to have a good processor. Fourthly, the following technologies must be ensured. Optical stabilization technology that helps reduce vibration during video shooting, and thus higher quality. Night imaging technology that improves image quality in low light. Artificial intelligence can recognize the image and improve its quality and adjust it automatically.
It uses HDR to make the scene look a lot more vivid.
Zoom in and out. If the image maintains its quality while zooming in or out, it is good. The battery. Emphasis should be placed on its capacity, charging speed, and the duration of its endurance while running various applications. This information is inaccurate and varies according to conditions such as game settings, lighting, and phone temperature.